Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Richard Marks from sunny Central Florida. I'm going to be doing a business overview with some training and focus on the compensation plan, the what we call the boost up and the binary. So I'll just do my screen share. Okay, once again, my name is Richard Marks. I'm from Central Florida. I've been in direct sales and network marketing for over 40 years, so I have quite a lot of experience. I'm always pride myself to be open-minded, and I'm still learning new things. And this particular company has a lot of new twists, a lot of new things that I've never seen before. The most important one is that I believe this is long-term, it's permanent, and we can build with put our blood, sweat, and tears in to build something that we know is going to be around in 5, 10, 20 years for us and for our children. And that is unique because some of you on this call may have experienced other companies where you put in your blood, sweat, and tears and your money for a year. And before you know it, it's closed down and everybody, majority of people lose their money. So it's called Praetorian Group International. The Praetorian Guard were Roman soldiers that guarded the emperor. And you know, protected him in many different ways. So that's where the name comes from. This is not to brag, but like I said, I've been around for 40 odd years, and this is a prior company that I was number 4 earner out of over 200,000. That's me on stage right there, Richard Marks. That's my wife. We call her Kiwi Kay because she's from New Zealand. I spent 30 years in New Zealand. Kay's my second marriage. We have 3 lovely children. That's our baby Grace. She left home. She's gone out to Colorado. But we came back here about 20 years ago to look after my mother. And all 3 of my kids have grown up with technology. They're all working from home. They're all doing extremely well. I'm very, very proud of them. And here I am receiving a check for $279. That was actually 10 months into the year. And that was a wonderful, wonderful company. I learned a lot there, and I have a lot of friends still from that company. So right now in America, all over the world, really, but particularly in America, millions are unemployed. The global economy is fragile. This pandemic has just changed life as we know it, with 40 million people in the US alone looking for work. And of course, working from home is in great demand, and that's what we have. Traditional banking, as we all know, is a ripoff. They just continue to print unlimited money, especially with the stimulus. They just print $1 trillion worth of fiat or fake money. So we know, those of us who've been involved in cryptocurrency, that it is the future of money. Now, just recently, I attended a seminar where they talked about the institutional adoption of crypto, particularly Bitcoin. And look at these institutions that are putting major amounts of money into Bitcoin. Mass Mutual buys 100 million. JP Morgan is actually forecasting $600 billion of fresh demand for Bitcoin, including pension funds and things like that. Here's a company put in 425 million, 650 million, 50 million. Now, Citibank managing director has publicized his prediction of a price for Bitcoin of $318,000 by the end of 2021. And you've all seen the recent surge up to nearly almost $58,000. Well, he's predicting $318,000. Here's some more. Cryptocurrencies here to stay, 750 million, 530 million. These are all large institutions that are now putting a portion of their portfolios into Bitcoin. Even hedge funds are putting something like 5% of their portfolios into Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency is here to stay, a British fund, 750 million, and so forth. Now, something that happened very recently is Elon Musk from Tesla invested 1.5 billion into Bitcoin, and he's going to start accepting it as payment for Tesla and their other products. And actually, I didn't wait the full rise. It went up actually 21% in one day. It went up to, I thought, 48,000 in one day. And since then, it's it's had a few dips since then, but we believe it's going to continue on the rise. Look at this market cap, $1.3 trillion. And that's the point at which the institutions start to take notice. This is not some airy-fairy artificial coin that people said it was 10 years ago. And look at this volume, $220 billion in one day. So we are at the right place at the right time, believe me. This is an older slide, even back in 2017. Look at the number of retail outlets closing due to online shopping. Just they cannot compete. So we're experiencing right now a digital revolution. I believe it's bigger than any other revolution in history. It's unprecedented change. Industries and economies are shifting. Technology is replacing our old economy. And many people are having difficulty finding their place in this new economy, particularly the older generation that didn't grow up with cell phones and all the technology. So we are really pioneers in some ways. I believe that PGI has come along at the right time to offer a solution. We're a global business that can be worked from home. It's good for the little guy and great for the big players. It's very simple to start. I'm going to show you a special start here at 125. Earn daily and double your money. That is a pretty amazing claim that we can make. Just 2 minutes to withdraw your earnings on Monday. The team building is optional, but it's very, very lucrative. You can create lifestyle income and time freedom attainable in a relatively short period of time. I've been involved just over 3 months, and I have already achieved what I would call lifestyle income and time freedom. So one of the unique features that we will have very shortly in our ecosystem is what we call hedge fund trading. I'm not going to say too much about it because it's still in the works, but a hedge fund trading, to be involved in that, you have to be an accredited investor with $1 million net worth and at least an income of 200,000. And when our hedge fund opens in Vegas, sometime next month, or possibly the next month or two, they will be having a minimum investment of $1 million into the hedge fund. So we're talking about a different caliber of people that are going to be coming into our world headquarters in Las Vegas. So underneath the umbrella, if you like, of this hedge fund trading, we're going to have several companies or verticals, if you like, all feeding into the hedge fund umbrella. Right now we have crypto trading, and that's with Bitcoin. E-commerce is coming along. We'll have a mall just like Alibaba or Amazon. We have high-end health products. We have blockchain education. Somewhere down the track, we're going to have real estate. It may be high-end real estate. I'm not too sure, but that's pretty amazing. You think that someone in your organization can sell a house and you get paid on it. That's pretty amazing. Cryptocurrency ATM machines. You'll be able to purchase those. You'll get points for the purchase, place it in a 7-Eleven and get a residual income from each one you place. We'll have Forex trading, health gadgets. We have a high-end massage chair and things like that. A MasterCard debit card where we can actually spend our cryptocurrency, and even luxury cars. If you happen to be fortunate enough to visit Vegas on April the 2nd, where you can meet our CEO, our owner, you'll see several luxury cars parked outside the Waldorf Astoria, and you might even be able to ride in one. Well, I believe there's already a lot available that is going to be part of our business. We have several corporate offices around the world: Estonia, the UK, Manila, and Singapore. But the newest office in Las Vegas, which is just being opened as we speak, is going to be the world headquarters. And that is where the hedge fund trading is registered in the US. I actually saw the Nevada Corporation documents when I was there. RV, the owner, showed me these documents so that we are legit and legal and long-term in the US. And that to me is really quite unique. That's our founder, RV Palafox. Until you've met him, you just can't imagine what a loving, giving, fun-loving guy he is. He's been through the mill. I won't go into great detail, but only 4 years ago, he was thrown into a Philippine prison, lost everything he had, and he's worked his way back up to be a multimillionaire. He is a great, great owner and leader. So here's a disclaimer that we are not financial advisors. We are an authorized cryptocurrency trading company, but we're by no means giving financial advice. We suggest you always consult your financial advisor if you have one. We strongly recommend you do your own due diligence, read the terms and conditions, and understand. We believe that once you do, you'll see what we see. We're by no means a company offering financial advice. So to become part of our team, we have 4 levels. It's called Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Titanium. And there is a one-time software fee of $19 for whatever package you buy. And if you buy additional packages, there's an additional $19 per package. You can only have one position, but you're allowed multiple package packages running simultaneously. So there are 3 levels in the silver, 3 levels in the gold, 3 levels in the platinum, and 500,000 and above on the titanium. Now, somewhere down the track, we are expecting that packages of 10,000 and above, this might change, it might even be 1,000 and above, can be insured by Lloyd's of London. This is an umbrella policy that the whole company is going to take, and we will pay some sort of a premium on whatever package we're insuring. We receive a daily trading bonus from 0.5 to 3%. Currently, it's averaging a little over 1%. We have 4 types of commissions. We have a direct referral bonus. You bring someone in, and you'll get a percentage of the package they purchase. We have a binary bonus where it pays on 2 teams, a left team and a right team. It pays every day on the weaker side. We have a boost up. I'm going to spend a lot of time on that today because this is huge. It's a 25% increase in this bonus that you can get forever simply by boosting up. And we have a renewal bonus, which is really cool because the packages more or less double in 6 months, plus or minus a few weeks. And at that point, the packages expire. And if people want to continue going, they buy a new package. We get paid all over again for the renewals. That's very cool. Zig Ziglar has been my longtime hero. I've met him several times. His philosophy, and I try to live it, is you can have everything in life you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. And I try to live that. And this compensation plan that we're going to see from PGI is one of the best that I've ever seen to reward us helping other people. So we have a direct referral bonus. You'll earn a percentage of each personal referral on the sales volume generated based on the type of package they purchase. So the type of package you purchase, sorry. So whatever package you purchase, at that point, you're going to be getting this different percentages. So the higher the package you have, the higher the percentage you'll get on the personal. We have a binary bonus. Now, my experience in the industry says that binary has kind of got a bad connotation. And the reason for that is people look for power legs and they look for spillover and they put the grandmother in the power leg to qualify and they go and work on their pay leg. It's kind of a selfish attitude. And what it results in is a vast number of people, maybe 90%, get left in the dust and never qualify for a binary. So I'm going to show you a better way that has already been proven now, and our teams are just going into explosive momentum, I believe partly because of this training. So to get the binary bonus, you must have one paid program on the left and one on the right. The first pair, it does qualify you, but you don't get paid on it. So the first pair you do qualifies you for the bonus and for the boost up if you do it within the first 30 days, but you don't get paid on that one. Now, if those same people buy a higher package after you've qualified, you will get paid on those packages. Okay, you'll receive a minimum of 8% binary commission daily on the points volume generated on the smaller team. So let's say you have a 5,000 package on the left and you have 20,000 on the right. That day that the 5,000 package came in, you got paid on the 5,000, 8% or possibly 10% if you boost it up. I'm going to show you that in a moment. So those points, once they're paid, they disappear. You'll have 0 points now on the left. The 5,000 will be subtracted from the 20 on the right. Now you have 15,000 left on the right. And if you build this properly, the way I'm going to show you, you'll have a balanced team with left and right legs. They might flop back and forth as to which one is the stronger leg. That's the ideal. So you receive 8% commission daily on the points volume generated on the smaller team. Now, the maximum bonus in the binary that you can receive in a day will depend on your highest existing package. So it's kind of got a built-in incentive that as your team grows and you're getting more and more binaries, you're going to really be required to upgrade your package so you don't leave any money on the table. I'll show you examples of that in a moment. Now, this is the biggie. This is the boost up. A boost up is an increase of 2% from your regular direct referral bonus and pairing bonus, which means you enjoy higher income. Okay, so 2% doesn't sound like a lot, but if you're on a silver and you get a direct referral bonus from 6 to 8%, that's 2 out of 6. That's 33% increase in your direct referral bonus. And if you're down here in the binary bonus, you go from 8 to 10%. That is 2 out of 8. That is a 25% increase in your binary bonus forever. You have to do this in your first 30 days. Once you've done it, it's permanent. So for example, if you earn $200,000 in a year with the binary bonus, that is a $50,000
protect my head.
Please mute yourself.
4G
Just come
and
on.
5G self-radiation.
Okay.
Go ahead, Dale. Sorry. Go ahead, Dave.
So when you sponsor two members,
I mean, we had just an insane year last year. I think
whoever's on there, please mute yourself if you just come up. So to get the boost up, you have to sponsor two new members, one on the left and one on the right, within 30 days, where they are bought an entry package equal to or higher than your current highest package. Okay, that automatically qualifies you for the boost up. It only happens once, but once you get it, it is permanent. For example, you made a boost up when you're in a silver, meaning your direct referral becomes 8%. If you upgrade to gold or silver, you still get 8%. You don't get an extra boost up once you've got it. All right. If you started at gold and you boosted up, you're going to stay on 10%. Okay. This is huge. I'm going to show you how it works and recommend a strategy using it. So here's what we do. We recommend everyone to come in at $100. The $100 package is a $19 fee, one-time fee. And then you bring in a left at 100 and a right at 100. That will immediately qualify you for the boost up and for the binary. Okay. And that is huge. Like I said, it's a 25% increase in your binary forever. Now, you might be a very good recruiter, but what we want to do is we want to duplicate that system right there. So this person that you just brought in, we want to help them to get their first two. Now, nothing says you can't keep doing more personals down the left and more personals down the right. But I promise you, if you work with each of these people and get them to duplicate, guess what? This guy's going to get his two. Then he's going to go and help his two get two, and all the way down the line. This will duplicate very quickly with all new members, and the momentum will be created very, very quickly. New people recently qualified can even earn pairing bonus. We call it a pairing bonus, by the way. I like that because it means you get 1,000 left, 1,000 right. It's a pair, get paid on the weaker side, because the binary does have that negative connotation. So I love that word, pairing bonus. And you can get spillover. Now, in this case, we can talk about spillover because it's coming from you and your team. It didn't come from somebody above. All right. Here's a warning. Do not upgrade your package until you have your left and your right at 100. Okay, because if you do upgrade it, now whatever package, if you upgrade to a $5,000 package to get the boost up, you're going to have a 5,000 left and a 5,000 right. We actually do have people on the team that are able to duplicate that with 1,000 left and right, with 10,000 left and right. But in my opinion, that's not duplicatable. What you want is something that's duplicatable by the masses. Your team's going to go into momentum. And out of these numbers of people that are duplicating, your leaders are going to emerge. So here's a little bit more detailed example. And thank you to Matt Sistrunk for introducing this phrase called a 15-pack. It's far better than a 6-pack, in my opinion. Okay, so what that is you brought in two. Now you're qualified. You help this person bring in his two. You help this person bring in his two. And now you might supervise this all the way down to where you're helping this person get his two, this one, and this one. Now there's 2, 4, 8 altogether. That's 15 people counting you. Okay, that's what we call a 15-pack. Now my particular personal team and the qualification for getting to Vegas on April 2nd is to achieve a 15-pack. Now, it may not go exactly. There might be a gap here and a gap here, but you can certainly make up down below with additional ones. So you've got 15. That is the criteria for being invited for myself and Matt Sistrunk, possibly with Scott Grimm as well. That's your qualification. Now, if more than 5 make it, we'll go by the total volume in those teams. So that's April 2nd. One of the best things you can do for yourself and your team is to make the qualification that your sponsor has and get to Vegas and meet RV. That will change your belief level many levels and will speed up the growth of your business unmeasurably. Okay, so let's have a look at this. This guy here might have only brought in 2 people. He's now qualified, all right, but he's kind of just sitting back and waiting to see what happens. But his people go to work, and this creates this team down here. So watch this. This guy down here upgrades his package to 1,000. Here's another 1,000. Here's another 1,000. So he's got 1,300 on his left. He's got 2,300 on his right. At that point, he's good. If that all happened in one day, he's qualified for a 10% bonus on here because he's boosted up. Remember, he's got 10% on his binary now. 10% of that is $130. So guess what's going to happen? His highest package is 100. So the most binary he can get in a day is $100. Therefore, that extra 300 is going to count as breakage. It goes up to the company. Okay, so that's an inbuilt incentive to be increasing your package, upgrading your package as you build your team. All right, so now look at the top guy. That's you. Now you got 5,700 points on your left and 3,600 on your right. Now you're going to get a $360 bonus. So if you were upgraded to at least a $400 package, you would get that entire $360 bonus. If you were still at the 100, you're going to leave $260 on the table. Goes up to the company called breakage. Now, if you're new and this is a little bit advanced for you, don't worry about it. You're going to watch it a couple more times, and we'll do additional training on it. But just imagine if all of your 14 people duplicate and they each get a 15 pack, all right, you now got 196 people and you only sponsored 2. I'm not saying not to sponsor more than 2, but beware, if you keep sponsoring too many people, you haven't got the time to do this and help train your people and make sure they're all qualifying. And in my opinion, this is what it's all about. My goal is to have 70% of our new people qualified for boost up and binary, and we're not far off that. If you watch the Telegram group, you're going to see people getting celebrated every day for reaching boost up. This is the ultimate. This is down the track. If you keep doing this, okay, it might be 2 months, 3 months. At some stage, your leaders are going to emerge. You know, leader is someone who's done that. He's duplicating. He's training his people. He might even be doing his own webinars. Okay, and you're going to get 3 leaders on the left. The yellow is a leader. 1, 2, 3. 3 leaders in depth down the leg is what we call stability. It's a taproot, it's longevity, and it is massive residual income, I promise you. Okay, so watch this. You draw a line down the middle. Everything, call this your strong leg. This is your weaker leg. Everything on the right side counts for your weaker leg. Even you got to, let's say you got to build it way down here in depth, and he goes to town and he generates 100,000 points in a day. Everything he does, left and right, is on your weak leg. Is that cool? So if you didn't get the boost up, you'd have been paid an $8,000 binary bonus. If you did get the boost up, that would be $10,000 in one day. Okay, but guess what? You better make sure at that stage you've got a $10,000 package, or you're going to leave some money on the table. So this is a very, very cool compensation plan. And you know, I'm just rejoicing because RV has created a plan that rewards building two legs, left team and a right team. All the promotions, all the trips, all the advancements are based on 2 legs. I love it. I've been teaching this for years, and finally I found a company that actually has it in the compensation plan. So the key is duplication, okay? Everyone contributes to the initial momentum, teaches it to their 3 builders. This creates stability and longevity. I believe PGI is ideally suited to this strategy because, number one, everyone earns daily, so everyone wins. Down the track, if we have 100 people in a room and we say, who's earning money with PGI, 100 hands are going to go up, right? It does not depend on recruiting, right? A lot of people come in just for the package, but if you do build a smart binary with a strategy that I've just shown you, you can create huge wealth. I say, my phrase is, it's not get rich quick, it's get filthy rich slowly, okay? The company has everything in place for longevity. We're bringing in additional products that will create additional streams of income, Bitcoin ATM machine, luxury cars, real estate, etc. Now, I'm going to spend a little bit of time on this. I do have a document that's posted in the Telegram group that is the complete version of multiple exposures. But this is proven by statistics in the industry, in the sales industry. How would you like to increase your results by 800%? And here's the statistic. 2% of sales are made on the first exposure. So if you talk to a person once or you present once, that's what you're going to get. 3% are made on the second exposure, 5% on the third exposure. Well, 95% of your competition is going to quit after the third try. They've got a total result of 10%. Well, if you go with just one more to the fourth exposure, all right, you're going to double your results from 10 to 20%. And if you go to 5 to 12 exposures, okay, you are going to get the 80% of sales. That's an 800% increase over this one down here. Okay, so 25% more effort on the fourth one, it doubles it to 100%, and 5 to 12 is going to take you up to 800% result. Now, I'm a perfect example of this because Dane Kohler, my sponsor, he approached me when he first got in about 8 months ago, and I said, Dane, look, I'm burnt out. All my friends have lost money. I've been in so many programs that closed down. I ain't doing it. I'm going to do something to do with real estate. And but he called me every month, probably 5 months or 6 months, he called me. He kept saying, Richard, this is exploding. Richard, you got to look at it. I wish you'd have joined before. Da, da, da. Anyway, I eventually had to look at it, and the rest is history. Third-party influence is very powerful. So use a three-way call. Now, here's a word of caution. Do not call your sponsor or your coach with a brand new person and expect them to do a presentation over the phone. You cannot do it. I can't do it. Maybe you're good, but it's not duplicatable, okay? They must have had 2 or 3 exposures. They should have watched some videos. They should have watched the video of RV, the owner, ... And then the three-way call is really for answering questions and closing the deal, okay? So you introduce your coach as having more knowledge than you, give a brief bio of your prospect, and then you mute your phone because that leader is going to be on a track. And if you contribute, even if you have something worthwhile to contribute, it's going to take them off that track. Listen and learn, because you're going to be doing three-way calls with your teams. And I like to tell stories about multiple exposure, because what a lot of new people do, inexperienced people, is they give them the whole shebang. They try to present everything at the beginning, and they just blow the prospect away. And it's a natural. I have another training I'll do on the natural response to anything new is rejection with hostility, and that's what you're going to get. Okay, so here's a little story. There's a farming agricultural student, just graduated college. He's filled with lots of knowledge, and he's got statistics and graphs and charts, and he goes to a little farming town, and he's gonna snow them over with his knowledge. And so he rents a room with 200 chairs. He leaflets the town. He puts an ad in the paper, and that night one guy shows up and sits in the middle of the room. So he says, "Sir, I'd love to practice my whole presentation on you. Would that be okay?" And the farmer says, "Yeah, go for it." So he proceeds to give his full presentation, an hour and a half, with color slides and graphs and statistics, and this poor old farmer is sitting there. So he finishes and he says, "Excuse me, sir, would you like to critique my presentation? How did I do?" He says, "Well," he says, "I'm a farmer, and I go to feed out hay to my herd. And if I go with a trailer load of hay and only one cow shows up, I don't give them the whole trailer load." So I love to tell stories because you'll remember that. Don't give them the whole trailer load. Now, I do have scripts that I've posted in the Telegram group, and the initial script is very simple. It doesn't mention the company. All it says is something along the lines, if I could show you a way to earn 0.5 to 3% every day without any monthly fee and no recruiting required, would you be interested? Please text yes. That's it. And I guarantee you send that to your entire phone list, you'll get some yeses. Send the same script to your entire email list, you'll get more yeses. And the only ones you follow up with are the yeses. Now, that doesn't mean you don't go back to those other people later, but you're going to work with the people that show some interest, all right? And Gary Wood has some fantastic training that's just been posted about how to find out what a person's why is, how to find out their need, and get personal with that person. That's wonderful stuff, Gary. So we got a great team here that's together, synergy. We're really doing some wonderful training. So the third step, follow up the script, send another email, follow-up email, call and confirm that they watched the videos. If they haven't watched the videos, you're not going to get them on a three-way with your sponsor. Live presentation or three-way call, sign up and fund the package, get them on training or play the video, get them to sponsor. Well, this is the 3 left, 3 right until they find the builders, but now we're doing the 1 left, 1 right at 100, and you just duplicate that with each person you bring in. Now, somebody asked me to talk about compounding. I'm just going to very quickly talk about there's 2 ways to compound with this, really, although it's not compound interest. There's no point in leaving your weekly earnings in there because it's not compounding. But there's some way to simulate compounding with your profits, okay? So let's say, for example, you have a $5,000 package. You're going to start earning sometime $1,000 when your earnings have amounted to $1,000. You can buy a $1,000 package. Now you got $6,000 that's working for you. Just make sure you have enough saved to renew the $5,000 package in 6 months. Because if you keep putting it all back in, when it comes time to renew that one, you may not have enough, okay? Now, you could withdraw your profits into the trading agreement and save 3% on the fees, but our belief is that your Bitcoin is far better off in your own wallet for potentially way more than a 3% gain, okay? Now, if you're building the binary, you may find that you'd be better off saving up to buy bigger packages. 3 reasons. Number 1, the cap on the binary is equal to your highest package. The withdrawal limit is 50% of your highest package. The binary is 70 to 80% of your income if you build it properly. So here's a better way to compound. And this is, nothing's guaranteed here. These are just approximate figures. But if you start with 5,000 and you withdraw 10,000 over the 6 months, okay, now you got enough to buy another a $10,000 package. Now you're getting a higher binary and withdrawal limit. 12 months, you'll have enough to buy a 20,000. Now there is no 40, so you might have to do a 10 to get yourself up to where you can afford a $50,000 package. You can stop at any time and take your rewards. You don't have to keep going. But let's say you bring it up to a $100,000 package. Now you have a daily return of $1,000 a day or $30,000 a month. Once again, we're not giving financial advice, and these figures are kind of approximate. So finishing up, you might be thinking, well, what am I going to do today? Well, I won't do it today. I'll do it tomorrow. No, I can't really do it. I don't know enough people. Well, I want to do it. Well, how do I do it? Well, you attend the trainings, get on every call. I'll try to do it. I can do it. I will do it. I did it. Yes. Okay. And the last step is go and spend the money. We are going to be traveling the beaches of the world. I'm very partial to beaches because I grew up in Florida. You might like to travel the hotels of the world. I think Dane Kohler stayed in the only 7-star hotel in the world in Dubai for about a week. And so we're going to be having fun traveling the world together. So thank you very much for attending. Get back to the person who brought you here. Get your questions answered, but don't wait around. You don't have to know it all. Just get started. It's so easy to come in with 100 and get 100 on the left and 100 on the right. And you can learn while you learn. Okay. Thank you very much. And signing off here. Now I have to stop the recording.